who celebrates a birthday this weekend, leading out the Whitfield Cup champions, trying to get back on the rails. Belcher, Martin, Meninga, Daly, Ferguson, O'Sullivan, Stewart in the backs. Barnhill starts the forwards off at lock. Coyne, Lance Lazarus, Walters and Woods. Meninga will want his side back in the winner's circle after losing to Brisbane last Sunday.
And it's an understrength Penrith side that led out by Chris Mortimer today. A game they really must win. They have Green at fullback, McIndoe, Bentley, Bradley, Smith, Izzard and Carter. The forwards Vandervoort, Cartwright, Mortimer, Clark, Paul Taylor at hooker, and Barry Walker comes into the side.
Greg McCallum to do the honours in the middle. Greg McCallum gets us underway. Mortimer. Coyne there just shading his view of the football, looking into the sun. Driving back inside the 22. Could be a little bit of a problem with a lot of the lines here this afternoon. All those markings you see. It was specially lined out for an American college game that was played here gridiron just a couple of weeks ago. They're still having trouble trying to get rid of those markings every 5 metres. Lance back on the inside for Barnhill. Steve Walters back for Gary Belcher. The kick won't be needed as they were offside in the play the ball. So Stewart. A look downfield. Just who is that win favouring, Bill Anderson?
Very much in favour of Canberra, Graham. They won the toss and elected to go with it. It's gusting in from the southwest. At times it swirls here, but it's in favour of the Canberra side. Ricky Stewart hasn't taken full advantage of it there.
Well, he did as far as getting it well and truly downfield, but he found the fine touch. Walker. Taylor for Clark. Interesting that Penrith took time out during the week for a full day's training. They stayed together as a side for 24 hours. They turned professional, I think it was Thursday. In behind Ferguson. And plenty of numbers down there in defence. Vandervoort. Stewart. Belcher. The habit of Canberra is to spread the ball as quickly as possible after the kick has been put in. Again, they're offside, Penrith. So they're not getting an opportunity to put any real pressure on Canberra in these opening moments. Mortimer has something to say to McCallum. No mistake from Stewart this time. Lazarus to the halfway line. Woods. Only 1 point separating these two sides on the competition table. Players overrunning the dummy half there from Canberra. They were too early in that play the ball.
But messy, that bit of work there. It's most uncharacteristic of the Canberra team, who've usually got it together.
Cartwright to his feet now. Clark goes without it. Chris Mortimer. Walker. Taylor. There was no option for him whatsoever. No first receiver. No first receiver either side of the ruck on that occasion. In fact, Vandervoort decides he'll just go straight ahead from dummy half. Last tackle. Mortimer. Have to rush to get a kick in. They look to be inside the 5 metres. Well and truly. They must have known that, surely.
Well, watch it on the State Bank replay, and you'll see the way Belcher goads them. But nonetheless, they had no reason to stay in that area. They were patently inside the radius. Now, here he goes forward, and then they go in and charge. So it was a bit of reserve grade football, that, from a couple of first graders.
Stewart again clears the 22. Under strength, Penrith. Bill, how do they go about an upset here?
We saw Brisbane beat Canberra last week, Graham, with a lot of ball movement. I suppose the Panthers would have to take a bit of a leaf out of that book. I think they'll spread the ball on occasions, but they haven't got the personnel to do that constantly. I think they'll be a bit tougher and tighter, and they'll just try and wear them down.
Barnhill. Coyne.
Coyne's been Mr. Consistency for the Canberra side this year. He must be on the selectors' shortlist, I would imagine, for the Kangaroo tour.
Belcher tries a left footer. Smith just steps out of a couple of tackles. Returns the football well to put Penrith on the attack.
Carter in the dummy, first receiver. Now Barry Walker. Away goes Clark. About 33 metres out now, the Panthers. Taylor at dummy half. Cartwright. Carter. It came off Coyne.
Well, I don't believe that can be a 6 to go. That's a ridiculous, really. That really irritates me because there's no... It's got to be deliberately going for the football. You've got to have an intent there. That just ricocheted into the legs of the player.
Bang. Dean Lance coming in hard on Colin Vandervoort. So the Panthers are around the 22. Cartwright losing his footing. It's across for Carter and then for Izzard. Gee whiz, thank you very much.
Oh, what a hospital pass that was.
Graham Bradley is really hammered. Last tackle. Carter has it. Carter pulled down.
I think there was a trip in that. Yes.
And the penalty certainly gone to the Penrith side.
Well, let's have a look at that on the sidebank replay again. And the way the ball bounced high in the air, but also the method of bringing him down. There it was, patently a trip from Belcher. The foot went out tentatively. There it is again. Whether it actually made contact with him, I don't know, but the intent was there.
Well, we've got a Canberra player, Belcher, down receiving attention. How'd you see that, Bill?
Well, he's receiving attention to the leg that he put out for the trip. I reckon that's a sin bin offence, Ian. That's what it was designed for. The professional foul. I thought McCallum had put him in for sure.
So Mortimer, an opportunity to put first points on the board. And he's got it. No problem. The Panthers have the early lead. It's 2-0 to the Penrith side over Canberra.
Still on the attack, Canberra now. Stewart. Woods on the inside. O'Sullivan, Meninga. Stewart was hammered after he went without the football. Bentley will be caught. I'm afraid it should be Bradley, I should say, who will be wanted by the touch judge.
Yes, now watch this. There was Meninga getting a pass away to Stewart, who knocks it on. And there is Bradley coming in with a neck tackle, not a swinging arm tackle, a tackle that was patently too high. And Stewart's gone down.
The heavy thing here for Bradley is the ball was well and truly gone.
Well, he's got to go in the bin, in my view. He's not going in the bin.
Well, Belcher was lucky not to be there. Now Bradley. Just as lucky. Meninga's going to have a long-range shot. 61%. Is the Meninga record this year. 36 from 59. Distance is certainly not a problem, neither's accuracy. Kicked it a mile, he did, to level the scores. 2-2, Canberra and Penrith.
David Green in possession, 32 metres out. Bill, the fact that Canberra can't get a flow on has got to be to the Panthers' advantage.
Very much so. All of these stoppages. Here's a break by Izzard.
Beautiful, and backing up too was Carter. He's lost the football. Coyne will pick it up for Canberra. Stewart is there to back him up. Now it's out for Daly. The defence certainly quickly on Daly. Bang. Down goes Chicken. Meninga in there to try and get a bit of momentum for the Raiders. Lance. Well, looking at the Panthers, that illustrates the problems the Raiders have had as Stewart puts it down. 21 tackles for the Panthers in the opponent's half and just 4 for the Raiders.
Extraordinarily sloppy dummy half work being done by the Raiders during this first 20 or 15 minutes that we've had. Just extraordinarily sloppy. They've got to calm their dummy half down, whoever it may be, and get some good passes out to their three-quarters.
Great opportunity for the Panthers. Carter from Vandervoort. Carter for the corner will score. The set move from the scrum with Vandervoort at lock and Carter at half has resulted in the first try. Carter in the corner.
Yes, a dead easy try. There was Vandervoort picking the ball up at the base of the scrum, slipping it onto Carter, the halfback who's moved into a 5'8" role, and he's gone over and hasn't been a hand laid upon him. Now watch it from head on. Now there's Carter moving to the right. That's Vandervoort's given him the football, so he's running in a 5'8" role. Lance is the only one that came out of the scrum quickly, and one wonders where Barnhill was. Well, there it is again on the blind side. Carter, the good long stretch. He's not short of speed, this young man, either. He gets himself into an opening, he can go through it. So there he is, Steve Carter, student teacher, only age 19. He's played some splendid football for the Penrith club this year.
His third try for the year. Mortimer from way out. No success for him. But the Panthers have the lead over Canberra, 6 points to 2.
Meninga places the football. He must be concerned again about the start of play from Canberra. It has become a habit of theirs in recent matches that they've had to come from behind a lot. Green. Taylor for Clark. Taylor stepping up the middle and stepping well.
Good easy yardage for him.
Barnhill very slowly off him. Mortimer. Way off the side of the boot. Ferguson's under it. Ferguson on Smith. Beats him easy. Comes inside Mortimer and Vandervoort. Now they're on the charge. Daly. Walters. Lazarus. Stepping big Lazarus. 5 out. Has he got there? He's a metre short. Daly stayed on a blind side. Back for Coyne. The defence was up very quickly on both sides of the ruck, and it had to be. Stewart looks to the backs, O'Sullivan. The kick out wide. Won't be a problem as McIndoe was sweating on it. Best chance for Canberra. Walker. They survived it well, Penrith. It's not unusual for one side to at least come out of a match like the class of game that it was at Lang Park last week and have a little bit of a letdown. They can't get it into order, but Penrith have certainly applied the pressure well. Vandervoort has been involved in everything. Taps it and goes ahead. No marker. So they continue to go to sleep, Canberra. They might pay for it again here. Izzard. Bradley. Green will score in the corner. They're working well. Simple stuff. They've got a second try to put Canberra in a bigger hole.
State Bank replay will show this beautifully, and it'll show very, very good hands from Mortimer. Izzard, the long pass. And there was the lovely pass out to Mortimer onto Green, and Green goes in and scores the try. Just clever stuff, just functional first-grade football, but cleverly operated. Izzard, the nice pass there that won to Bradley, onto Mortimer, now onto Green, and in for the try. I think I may have given credit to Mortimer, yeah. I may have given credit to Mortimer there for Bradley, but Bradley was the man that threw the nicely controlled pass only round about a metre. There's the scorer, David Green, age 26, a fencing contractor.
3 tries for Green this season. Chris Mortimer will have trouble. Maybe with the distance from out there. Strikes this one a lot better. They've still got a strong lead, the Panthers. 10-2 over Canberra.
It's come back for Carter. Straight into the waiting arms of Gary Belcher. Some room for him to move. Links up. Oh, very intercepted by Smith. Took it straight out of Daly's hands. So the Panthers live again here with another opportunity. It's out for Walker. Back inside is Taylor. Now for Clark. Clark trying to thread his way through the centre of the ruck. Taylor. 10 metres away. Here's Carter again, and Bentley, now Bradley. Canberra defence is good on this occasion. It's with Taylor. Another chance for a one-pointer. It's there. Paul Taylor adds the extra point.
11-2. Penrith over Canberra at Bruce Stadium too. So the Raiders really got to produce the goods. They made 114 tackles in the first half. 21 from Coyne, 17 from Woods, 78 only from Penrith. Taylor having a big game. He's made 15. Bill, you've been to the dressing room. What's the report?
First thing, some changes. Darren Willis in 17 is on for Penrith, and Gary Coyne 12, replaced by Stuart Stanton for Canberra. I can't repeat what was said in the Canberra dressing room, Graham. Expect Penrith but to make better use of the wind than Canberra did. The only regret that Phil Gould had was that there had to be a half-time.
That can certainly bring a lot of teams undone. It gives Canberra that chance now to regroup. Willis. He gets his first touch right into the play. Clark. Taken by Stanton. Walker. Motors about 10 or 15 metres. Carter's there for the kick. Down to Belcher. Through the dummy. Now, as per usual, they go wide pretty quickly. Although Stanton now goes inside Stewart. What a difference it is, possession in the opposition half. It will be turned around a little here as McCallum gives another penalty to Canberra. With the feeling now that what a different game it would be if Canberra are the next scorers. Situation that they simply have to be, of course. Lazarus. Back for Collins. Bonus for Canberra that they have 2 class hookers in their squad. O'Sullivan.
It's nothing like the fluid, good-looking team that usually is. They just cannot get the ball out into their three-quarter line at the moment.
Lance. Problem in the back line that the first 2 or 3 ball receivers are just standing flat-footed. Long ball out for Martin now. This might have been what Phil Gould was talking about, not wishing to have a half-time because Canberra are revved up. O'Sullivan. See, there's the 3rd player, and now Daly finally starts to run. One hand out to Belcher. Belcher for Ferguson. Last tackle. Can they hang on for one more, Penrith? Stewart. Grubber kick, touched. By who? Stewart claims a try. No knock forward, said McCallum by Canberra.
Clearly knocked forward into the in-goal area by a Canberra player. We'll watch it again on the State Bank replay. There's a little grubber kick coming through. I think you'll find it was Lazarus there that knocked the ball forward. Stewart seemed to get to it, but only in about the same time as a couple of Penrith players.
Penrith. They haven't left Canberra alone out wide. They've moved up quick all day long. Clark. All the Penrith Packers playing well.
Yes, Clark and Taylor are going very well with Cartwright. There was a pass that was marginally forward. Referee's missed several of those today.
Horrendous handling errors by Canberra. Izzard. Carter. Just wants the touchline.
Here's Carter again on the State Bank replay, just keeping the ball down the wrong end of the field from Canberra's point of view. They've got a long way to bring it back. They want to do something about this. They could attempt to use the ball in their three quarters a little bit more now. I think that probably the passing.
Against the feed, Carter. This might be the one that can really break Canberra here. Green for Mortimer. Short pass for Izzard. Only about 7 metres away. Taylor for Vandervoort to step, duck, and end up a metre away. Taylor. Oh, easy. They just thought Izzard was going to charge onto it, and Taylor has brought them undone again. Right under the post.
The value to this Penrith side of Paul Taylor, the former Penrith player, is becoming very evident as we watch the State Bank replay here. A big surge by Vandervoort to take the play within a metre of the line. Now there's Taylor, casually at dummy half, and he's made all the signals. You're going to get it, and then he goes on his own, and it's only a metre away. He scores the try. There it was, the slight dummy, the big step, and he's comfortably in. So there's a lot of value to a side to put a non-specialist hooker into the game these days. Somebody with skills that can do other things other than win a ball in the scrum. And this guy can kick. He's kicked the field goal already. He's limping slightly, but nonetheless, I think he'd be pretty happy with the way things are going. The kick goal is successful. The score moves along. Penrith 17, Canberra 2. Green and Izzard, the two defenders.
Only on the second tackle. Penrith to make sure of it here. They're running out of solutions, Canberra, Bill.
Penrith have got two things in their favour, the scoreboard and the clock. It's just a matter now of them not making mistakes, using a good kicking game and chasing. Canberra have got to make all of the running, Graham. I don't know that they can get out of this one.
16 minutes left on the clock. They need a point a minute, Canberra. Cartwright. Canberra look as though they might be headed for fourth spot on the table. In a matter of a fortnight, they go from top to 4. Touched by Penrith. 6 more. Martin away from 2. Away from Clark. Infield from Green. Couldn't get it inside to Belcher.
Good tackle there from Clark.
Meninga. Stewart. Way offside, Penrith. They never got back onside from that last play of the ball. O'Sullivan will play it on the 22 for Stewart. Dummies inside. Then out for Belcher. Cut-out passes like that, though, don't work on occasions when nobody is moving forward out wide. Lazarus. He wants to steal it down the blind side. He grabbed about 10. Getting late in the count. Daly. If that had landed in O'Sullivan's hands, there was a perfect overlap. There might still be a chance with Stanton. He ends up with the same fate as Ferguson. It's a replay.
Well, there you are. Stanton getting pushed into touch there by, I think Green is one of them. Maybe Izzard the other one. But, gee whiz, they've gone very, very close in the last couple of minutes. I don't think the game is really beyond them. I have seen them score a greater number of points than they need in a shorter space of time. Somewhere about 17 or 18 points.
But you can see the change being made for Canberra, Bill.
Mark Bell's on the field in 16. Ricky Stewart comes off. He's got to be injured.
Wow. Stewart off. Taylor. 10 metres from the halfway mark. Biggest defeat this season, of course. In their early days, they copped a hiding quite a few times. Now Carter. Down for Belcher. Bradley slipped as he tried to hem in Belcher, leaving the passage open for the fullback who's got Meninga with him. Meninga looks for support from Martin. Martin's kick ahead. There's not a Green jumper in sight as Carter comes back to clean it up. O'Sullivan finally arrives on the scene, but Carter has plenty of time to bring it back. And look, straight through Carter. Finally, Daly brings him down 30 metres away from the Penrith line.
He really has played an exceptional game for the Penrith side today, this young man, Carter.
We saw Taylor leave the field, replaced by Batanza. Cartwright. Batanza. Just what Phil Gould wanted. A couple of strong runs. Izzard. Wastes plenty of time, and it pushes Canberra back inside their own 22. Taylor has left the field. He's joined Billy Anderson's sideline.
Firstly, Paul, I'm going to congratulate you. I think you're home and hosed in this one. 17 points to 2. You couldn't have thought of that in your wildest dreams when you arrived at the ground today.
Oh, we'd had a hell of a lot of homework during the week. We knew that they were a good side, but we thought we might be a bit better in a few other set things on the field. So it's a good result so far. It hasn't been finished yet.
Paul, I suppose at half-time, one of the things that Phil Gould would have said was that he didn't want that half-time. He started the match so well.
We started off the game like a house on fire. The thing is, with Canberra, they can come back from any position. That's the thing we were worried about at half-time, but our blokes have gone on with it, and it looks like a win.
Thanks for being with us, mate.
Thanks, Bill.
Trying to grab some deep breaths in between words there, Paul Taylor. Great game for Penrith. There's another change out there for Canberra, Bill.
Ashley
we'll come back to it.
22.
Gilbert will be inside Lazarus, who's made the break. So Gilbert's out there in 26. Penalty against Batanza. He knocked that ball down.
5 minutes in the bin.
Now he's got 5 in the bin. Well, he was sent out as a fresh man. He'll be even fresher now after another spell. What a penalty count for a side that's on the wrong end of the scoreline, especially one as good as this. Daly. 17-2. Who cares about penalties, say Penrith. Barnhill. He got the lock spot in this match. So unhappy for him to be up in the top grade today. Meninga. Again, no one was really running. Meninga still going. Bell. Belcher. A fumble. I must admit, Bill, I've been surprised today that the way Penrith have stood up on them out wide, they haven't really varied their game. Nobody in passes trying to pick off the man on the inside.
Haven't found the answers, have they? Not a lot of thought from their inside backs, Graham. They needed to be looking at short ball, inside ball, kicks over the top. It just hasn't been there. Every team goes through a slump in this competition, and Canberra in theirs.
Well, they'll be in a position where they'll be amongst a group of teams charging for this top 5. Green. Taken by Lazarus. Last tackle against Penrith. Cartwright. Everybody's into this kicking game, and they've hammered this near side touchline throughout the second half.
Well, it could have been Carter, it could have been Izzard, it could have been Taylor. But this time it was Cartwright driving the ball over the sideline, and a very, very good one. He'll be very happy with that. It takes play down towards the Canberra line, only 10 metres away, and only 6 minutes, 22 seconds to go to the end of the game, and a major upset.
You've got to call it one of the biggest upsets of the year when you consider no Fittler, no Alexander, no Peter Kelly, no Mark Geyer. Peter Tunks pulled out prior to the match. Daly. Rare break from him. After being involved in the match of the season last Sunday, they produced their worst 7 days later. That has had a lot to do with Penrith. Gilbert. Meninga. Basketball. Stanton back for Belcher. Last tackle. Kicking's not much good for them. A little chip maybe Meninga thought about, but Carter.
positioned himself beautifully for that one.
Has been everywhere in this football match.
Now McIndoe. Move towards the final 5 minutes of the game. Mortimer. Dean Lansdowne getting some work done on his hand or his wrist. Walker will play the football just inside the Canberra half. Van der Voort for Cartwright, and then for Bradley. This is the last for the Panthers. Come back for Cartwright. So once again the second rower kicking. Belcher is there for it. Very slowly to his feet, Belcher. Daly. He's been very well contained today, Daly. O'Sullivan.
Yeah, I believe they've got to look at O'Sullivan. I'm loath to say it, but I think he's just lost sufficient spark to not be functional in this Canberra three-quarter line. Daly's probably got to go in there with Meninga in the centre with this young lad that's just come on, Mark Bell, perhaps in the centre with him.
And a couple of useful backup centres, the Raiders, with Bell and Matthew Wood.
Yes, they're not short of reserve grade strength in that area. Plenty of pace there with the replacement.
Daly again. Floats one out from Martin. The dummy inside. Still going. That's a fine run from Martin. The kick ahead, and who's there to clean it up?
Oh,
Carter once again. Belcher trying to get to him. Lazarus it was who finally did the job.
Carter has run miles today, and he's been Johnny on the spot on numerous occasions when little kicks have perhaps been put through. He's been there to clean up the play. He scored a very, very good try. Taylor played extremely well as well, but when you look at man of the matches, you've got to do somebody that's been on there for 80 inglorious minutes or glorious minutes, depending on the point of view. That's the way I'll be looking.
Penalty's going to go to the Panthers' way. One of the few penalties that have gone their way. Offside from the Canberra side. Joe Vitanza, incidentally, is back on after his 5 minutes in the bin. They're in no rush to do anything, and why would they be? Mortimer will kick for touch.
3 minutes to go.
So it's Carter with the restart, about 8 metres inside the Canberra half. Paul Clark beat the first tackle, beat the second tackle, and then stumbled.
Now, you've never seen that guy play this well, have you?
No, I haven't.
He's been an exceptional player today.
Vitanza inside the 22. Mortimer. Now Izzard. Cartwright. One-handed pass back inside for Carter. Away for David Green. And that's a try. And that's a fine Penrith try to cap a great performance from the Panthers.
Oh, indeed it is. This is beautiful stuff. Cartwright's ball skills are very evident in this situation. There's the ball switched out from Izzard onto Cartwright. Straightens the attack, comes on the inside. Watch the ball movement. There it is, that lovely little one-handed pass onto Izzard. Then onto Green, and Green under the sticks for a very, very smart and capable try. Well engineered. Mortimer started it off out to Izzard. Cartwright steps, comes back on the inside, goes away again. Little hand pops the pass straight back to Izzard. Izzard onto Green. Green in for number 2 tries. And that is an exceptional performance. You know, I've just worked it out. I've got 6 people in the go for the man of the match at the moment.
Well, I'm glad it's your job and not mine.
Yes, I'm glad it's mine too. That's what I'm over.
Look at that, 2 from 5 from Mortimer. What would the score have been had he kicked much better than this? This one he's put between the posts. So, look at the scoreline. 23-2. Penrith over Canberra. And we have only, what, about 60 seconds or so remaining in the match. 30 seconds to go, they tell me. Meninga restarts, as he's had to do so often today. Here's Green. Just short of the 22. Vitanza. Now Walker.
Rather disappointing to see Canberra, one of the preeminent teams in the competition, going along and not varying their play at all. They just tried to do. Now there's a bit of an upset coming in right at the end of the game, with the headgear being a little bit of a bone of contention there. Somebody was trying to decapitate Dean Lance.
And Dino's not too happy about it. So what a performance from the Penrith side.
Yes, this is a scoreline that nobody will really believe until they see it. But there it is, 23 points to 2. Penrith have beaten the Canberra side. Not a try being scored by Canberra. Carter, Green 2, Taylor a try, Mortimer 3 goals, Taylor a field goal. And the lone score for the Canberra side, Mal Meninga.